to the literature I've been reading. He has written a book. If you remember the first time I interviewed, this is Kung Fu, the guy from Kung Fu. If you remember the first time I interviewed him, he did threaten to kick my ass.
Yes, he did.
Do you remember why?
I don't know what you did.
I think I started saying to him that he named his kids goofy names.
Ah.
Like Free and
America.
Kansas.
America.
I think it's Kansas and America.
So I said, hey, those are goofy names. And then I started saying, you know, how are they going to play Little League and stuff? You know, at bat, it's America. And, you know, and then he says, I'm going to kick your ass. But back then, he says, now I could say anything to him. He is so calm.
You can't get under his skin.
He is in touch with his chi.
Ooh, how'd he get in touch with that?
I think he dumped his wife and he got in touch with his chi.
I see, found it.
A lot of guys, when you dump your wife, you're not angry anymore.
Get right down to shit.
Get right down to it. He found his chi spot. And now he even says, you could say anything to me, and it would not make me angry.
That's his new thing?
Yeah. Although I could get him angry in 2 seconds. Trust me.
You're going to try.
I say you can't change the spots on a leopard.
That's what you said, yes.
Right. But David Carradine, a great actor. He is the legendary Kung Fu.
He's Kane.
He's Kane. I'm not even going to call him David Carradine. I'm going to just call him Kane. Kwai Chang Kane.
Yeah.
That in and of itself might make him nuts.
Hello, grasshopper. And then he's written a book. And it's quite
a big, thick book.
It's quite revealing, yes. If you had his life, it would be 3 times as thick. Yeah.
He probably had to still leave stuff.
Right. He left a lot of stuff out, and he still had good stuff in his book.
Is this true? What are you saying? This is Howard T. Show.
I can say anything.
Well, I think it's true. I told him I was going to kick him his ass, and I think it's true that he thinks that I named my kid America, but I didn't.
I think he dumped his wife, and he got in touch with his
Kansas, isn't it?
I hate it when they say I dump people.
Don't confuse him with the facts.
He got right down to it. He found his key spot.
You're getting facts confused in
I
there.
thought we were just having a good time, you know, just kind of hanging around and laughing about things. I didn't think we were talking about anything serious. But then I never thought Howard ever talked about anything serious.
Bring in my man Kung Fu. Let me see you. He's an old friend. Kwai Chang Kane. David Carradine wrote a book.
What's the book called?
Who knows?
Oh, it's right there.
Where is it?
That big red thing.
That's a book?
Yes.
Let me see that big red thing.
It's right there, Jackie. Hand it to
Can
me.
I have the book? I'm the guy interviewing.
Oh, I thought you were talking.
Oh, here it is.
I have to get up.
David Carradine, Endless Highway.
I thought it was going to be Endless High. He put away on.
He was high through most of the book. Here he is, the great...
Well, no, this is...
No, not yet.
This is not him?
What is there, a prelim?
Oh, who's that?
I'm his girlfriend.
Oh, you're his girlfriend.
Always
Yeah.
traveling with a woman.
Always. He always has a woman with him.
One in the book.
Where is David?
He's coming.
He's coming. He's coming.
Where is he?
He's out fighting our general manager in the hall. I asked him to kick Tom's ass.
Good morning.
Here he is, the star of Kung Fu, David Carradine, the new David Carradine. He's not angry anymore.
Mellow.
He says he defies me to get him angry. What a challenge.
He's put down a challenge.
Look at you. From the great acting family, the Carradines. Kung Fu, you're in tremendous shape.
He's already laughing.
He's already laughing.
The veneer is
In a
cracking.
dress, but
You prefer me in a dress.
yes.
Look at you. What do you got, those hippie cigarettes? I figured, what are you smoking, those clove cigarettes?
No, those are.
David's a hippie, like. He's
He
sort of
has
a
always
hippie.
been, yes.
Excuse me, I'm a beatnik.
No, you're a hippie.
I'm a beatnik. I was the last beatnik.
Hey, I'll kick
Everybody
your
says
ass.
I was the first hippie. I was the last beatnik. We always thought the hippies were overdressed.
Is this the new you, really? I mean, you say you are a new... What happened that you became a new guy?
I never said that.
Yes, you did.
When?
You said that no one can make you angry anymore. You used to be very angry. Your book is very introspective. You are now...
Introspective?
Yeah.
Introspective. Hey, you're still here.
I'm still here. I'm not going anywhere until you change.
Yeah.
Introspective.
We'll be here as long as you're the same.
My book is revelatory and
Is it revelatory?
and expulsive.
Now, don't spit on me. Hey, what are you doing, man? Hey. Oh, wow.
Oh, my
Whoa.
goodness.
What did you just do?
Magic.
You're insane. How you doing, man?
Doing pretty good. How
Yeah?
you
All
doing?
right. Congratulations.
It's always interesting when David comes into the studio.
Now, David dumped his wife. This is the
Yes.
third wife you dumped.
Oh, come on.
And in his book, he says, I will never marry again. This wife, he's talking about his third wife.
Uh-huh. What'd she do?
With you, there's got to be a constant update on this book. In the paperback, it'll say disregard pages 300 through 400.
Right. He'll be sending out addendums.
In the book, you in fact say that your beautiful third wife, who I met, I knew her.
Yeah,
and the two of
did.
you were in here making out. I mean, couldn't keep your hands off each other.
Supposed to last forever.
Supposed to last forever. You know, you came in here, you swore to me up and down.
Your
This
best
is it.
friend.
You'd been through a bunch of romances, which you don't hide. Barbara Hershey, piece
I
of
don't
ass.
hide anything. Hey, Howard.
Hey. What happened with the third wife? I never want to piss him off because he really knows kung fu.
I know.
Can we come back to that question later?
Oh,
Really?
Like OJ now.
What are you, OJ?
Look, not yet.
Hey, what's your story?
Oh, that's interesting. You put the earphones on, you hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man. You want to take a break here and you can
You wanna
compose
calm
yourself and you can think up an answer about what happened in your third marriage?
No.
Do you need time to think
I
about
told
it?
you it was my last marriage, and
I was right.
that's probably the truth.
Yeah.
I don't think I should take that trip again.
I'd say.
Happened? You two looked like you were so
Oh,
together.
making out constantly.
Oh.
I mean, like, couldn't keep their... I always say a couple's in trouble when they're in public constantly making
It
out.
was almost like
Howard.
everywhere they went, there should have been a bed.
Yeah.
Will you shut up, Howard?
No.
Howard, I
Yeah.
had 4 happy marriages.
4.
That's enough for anybody.
Is that right? 4? I thought it was 3.
Well, you're not counting Barbara.
Yeah, he'd never
Barbara,
married
right.
her, but
Do you write about Barbara in the book? Because to me,
Well, of course.
Yeah, well, I haven't read the book yet.
No, I
have
didn't
people who
figure
read
you
for
had.
me. I have people who read for me.
Do you read?
No.
I mean, do you know how to?
I have
or
people
anything?
who read for me. I don't read the whole thing. I can't. I'm a very busy man.
Yeah, right. Of course.
No, I will read the book. Yes.
I was. I'm a very busy man, but I had time to write it.
I wrote my book. I did.
Sure.
I
he
busted
doesn't
my balls.
believe you.
Don't believe I can write? I'm a hell of a writer. I didn't even know it. Prove it? Okay. I'll sit down next to you. We'll write chapters.
dash off
Okay.
something right
Yeah.
now.
Look at you, man. You good-looking son of a bitch. Look at you. You had some life, huh?
It's not
not yet.
over.
No, it's pretty much over.
Look at who's sitting
Not
back
yet.
here. He's got
Yeah.
a new girlfriend.
Look at that girlfriend. That's Marina, right? Marina,
there's
how
some
are you,
stuff.
baby?
I'm fine.
I'd love to get my hands on you.
It doesn't look like anything's over.
Now, don't expect marriage out of David, although you could probably force him into it.
Are you interested
knows?
in marriage?
I don't. Well, it's not necessary.
Is David in love with you think?
She's done it a couple of times
Yeah.
I've done it
herself.
twice myself.
Oh, really?
I'm not in a hurry for a third, but this is wonderful.
It's fun with David, huh?
Yeah.
It's not. He's not like boring
Never a
guys.
dull moment.
Do you ever see him working out with his karate?
Oh yeah. Well, no, kung fu, not
Yeah,
karate.
well, that's what I mean.
Kung fu. Yeah.
Yeah, we
same
got
difference.
That straight.
I think
Same
he tried
thing.
to beat you up for calling it karate, too.
Yeah, I know. Hey, man, I'm a brown belt. I could kick your ass in 2 seconds. I do Shotokan. That's
Sure,
much better than Kung Fu.
yeah.
Want me to do some kata for you? Want to see me do some kata? You know Heian Shodan?
We're getting to intrigue. Get out.
He does. Here, let me show you something. Let me show you some moves.
Hey,
I want to show you
he wants
something.
the moves.
Watch this. No, just
I'll
sit
show
there.
you some moves. I got something in my inside pocket, you know.
No, seriously, watch this. You really know Kung Fu, right? Watch this.
I know her sister.
I'm performing kata for you. Relax.
Yeah, sure.
Watch. Heian Shodan. Come on, man. Do it. No, what, dude?
Oh, excuse
Seriously,
me.
come on. Have some respect for my,
Early in
my,
the
my
morning.
form of karate.
He's not ready for the show yet.
Very,
What do you think of that?
I'm
very
impressed.
impressive.
That's pretty good, right?
Swatting flies.
All right, listen. I'm going to interview you about your marriages and everything,
Your
Oh,
whole
yeah.
life.
but I'm going to give you a chance to think about what you're going to say.
I don't think you can handle it.
I don't think you. No, I could handle it.
We shall see.
You're a tough character, man. You had a bunch of angry years. You were
I
an
think
angry
he's
man.
still in his anger.
Why are you so? Well, he claims he's not, but I say he is.
Did you hear him scream, "Shut up" to me already?
Yeah. Is he angry at you, Marina? Does he ever yell at you and stuff?
Only we had one argument.
You sound like you're dying today. What's the matter, David?
I'm a heavy smoker.
Yeah, really. What's with you? I thought you're into like karate and stuff, kung fu.
Kung fu, yeah.
You don't. You're supposed to smoke when you're into kung
Well,
fu.
he's into a balance thing.
You can
He
be a
tries to-
vegetarian and still drink vodka.
Right. Because that's not
Whatever
meat.
that means.
All right, let me take a break. The great actor David Carradine is here. He is promoting his book, Endless Highway. I'll ask him a few questions. We'll see if we can get one answer out of him.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay, give that a try.
Yeah, because I saw him on TV the other night, like really getting serious, and,
Really?
talking about marriage and
Oh, I
drugs
missed that.
and everything.
Well,
and you
that was
come in here, I can't get a word out of you.
Well, that was a real show. You know?
What is this?
This is Howard Stern.
Let us take a break. Let's take a break and hear what's going on with you, and maybe you'll answer a couple of questions honestly. Like the time you took too much acid and ran through your neighbors' homes and turned off all their appliances naked.
You have read the book.
Yes. We'll take a break and we'll...
Can you imagine David Carradine running?
Like, wouldn't that be
through
cool?
the
Like this
house
famous guy, you find him in your house naked, turning off all your appliances?
Oh, my God.
That's kind of funny, isn't it?
I would love that.
It's like, hey, White Chain Kane is in my house, turning off my appliances. What's that all
guess I
about?
don't-
Those people that said that, they were probably on acid.
Will you do a reenactment when we come back? Will you take off your clothes
You'll
And-
see his tattoos.
and show us what you did nude? Yeah. On acid?
Not unless it's on film.
Oh, it is.
See, that's what the tabloid shows should be doing, a reenactment of David's wild years.
Yeah.
That'll come later.
But you are hard on women.
only
Really,
thing we
it's
don't
not.
know
You're
is
not an
who's gonna
easy.
play the part.
You're not an easy man to live with. True. That is the point
I
of the
think
book.
that's probably true. Yeah.
It is. He's very difficult. Marina, you're better off not marrying him. Give him some sex and then let him be on his way. Because you're a tough guy to live with.
You're bad.
You're a womanizer.
Now, how
Are you,
old-
are you a
Howard.
womanizer or not?
Womanizer.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. Let's come back and we'll talk.
And I want to know how old the kids are and if they're still sporting those names.
No, they've changed their name.
they?
All the women I have ever been with, I regard as goddesses.
And how do they
I don't
regard
think that's a
you?
womanizer. They regard me as, well,
Scumbag. Hey, that's all right.
some of them won't talk to me, and some of them will. Look, I still have conversations with my childhood sweetheart who gave me my first child. I met her when I was 16
Oh, my
in
goodness.
French class,
Right.
of course.
Is that what you gave her the child?
No. That it took a while.
You are friends with some of the women that
But
you
the
were with.
point is that I still have conversations with her on the telephone. I hope her husband isn't listening. But to this
Is he
day,
a good lover, Marina? Is he a good lover?
He's
Is that why these women?
incredibly wonderful.
He's very gifted?
Hey!
Yeah.
What?
have some panache. will you?
Come on, I want to know. He really knows how to use the equipment.
Yeah,
And he turns you on with that.
without a doubt.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
That's where he delivers. That's why you women worship him.
That's
No,
why
actually,
he keeps getting
that's
them.
not it. It's the attention that they like.
Right.
It's not the act itself, the deed.
Is he? Would you
it's
consider?
attention.
Would you consider him hung fu, as well as kung fu? All right. Why don't we take a break, David Carradine?
Slightly above average.
Right. Let's take a break and try and conduct something of a
Like
serious
an
interview.
Irishman, you
When we
know?
come back.
Not like OJ, just like an Irishman.
What do you think of
Slightly
O.J.?
above. Used to work out with him.
Yeah.
I thought he was a perfect gentleman,
Right.
and I believe that the verdict was correct.
Do you think he's innocent?
I think no one is innocent, but he did not kill those two people.
You think he did not kill the two people?
I don't
Based
think
on
it-
all the evidence.
I don't think it makes any difference because his life is ruined and changed and altered. He went to the skies and to the
depths.
abyss.
Yes.
I don't think it makes any difference whether he's guilty or innocent. I don't think that had anything to do with the trial.
Really? You don't think that he should be
Question
punished
of
for
who
what he did?
should win.
You don't think he should be
Right.
punished for what he did?
Well, I think he will continue to be punished for eternity for what he didn't do. So it doesn't make any difference.
I see. I mean, I really don't see, but
Yeah,
you
you
do.
slipped into
No, I
another
don't.
zone on us.
are you doing some of
look,
that
they won't let him in
that
it.
Chinese philosophy
Look,
on me, my
wait a
friend?
minute, wait a minute.
He will be forever punished.
Howard,
What?
they wouldn't let him into Barney's.
Listen here, grasshopper.
They wouldn't let him into Barney's.
Oh, who cares?
That's
Who did
punishment.
it? Were you involved in the killings? That's what I want to know.
Yes, what
I'll
would
never
Kane
tell.
do in a
What would
case like
Kane
this?
do in a case like this? He always solves it in an hour.
Slip out the back, Jack.
All right.
Get on a bus, Gus.
All right, let's take a break. The great star David Carradine is here.
Make new plans, Stan.
Endless Highway is the story of his
So
life.
free.
He's here with his new woman, his new lady friend,
Marina.
Hubba hubba. Nice body on you.
You're bad.
I was talking to
We'll
Jackie.
find out how they met, too.
We'll find out how you
meet
met.
David Carradine.
And we'll find out if any of the book is true. Whoa!
There he is, lighting
Oh,
the studio on fire,
All right.
learning his book.
We'll be back right after these words. You got a terrible smoker's cough. You ought to quit. I like you. I don't want to see you die. George Burns is going to outlive you at the rate you're going. You're living too full of life. You can slow down a little, my friend, and smell the roses. Got a beautiful piece of ass girlfriend.
I will come to your funeral.
You will, you really?
Lord.
Oh, man, that's a sad thought.
How old is America now?
America. Your
America?
I
child.
think she means Kansas.
Kansas.
A child named America.
Oh, what's the matter with you, Robin? You know the name is Kansas. Remember you met me the first time? You didn't really know too much about me, and I started goofing on your kids' names, and you wanted to kick my ass. That was great.
Then wasn't one named Free?
Yeah.
Yes, one still is named
That's why they won't talk to him. No,
Free, Kansas.
you're a hippie. You are. You really.
No, I'm a beatnik. Get it straight,
No,
man.
beatniks use normal names for their children.
Yeah, I have a kid named Kmart.
Excuse me.
Do you know I have a child named Vermont? Do you know that? And Alaska?
I guess that's all right.
That's all right. It's not as good as Kansas.
Why Kansas?
Yeah, why did you pick Kansas?
Because of Dorothy.
David Carradine, who is the great star of Kung Fu, which is still on TV.
Yes.
It still makes him a very nice piece of change in this business.
I
I want
watch
to go
it.
back to Kansas and see my Aunt Em and Uncle Henry.
What was the movie I saw you in where you played a real villain?
Oh, yes. He
You
was
were
a
the
bad,
karate
bad guy.
villain.
That could have been a lot of movies.
No,
I made
no, it was a good
75
movie.
movies. About half of them I did that.
Yeah, you were real good in it. I saw it the other day, too.
Oh, you're probably talking about Lone Wolf McQuade. Where,
Yeah, that was cool. That was a good role. I like when
Okay.
you're all pissed off.
You know, it's funny, but, I give very sensitive, deep performances, and nobody pays any attention. But if I walk in and smoke cigars and kick people, they say I'm a great actor.
Yeah, because that's fun. That's what people want to see, dude. Nobody wants to see you up there,
Where did you give these
emoting.
sensitive performances?
Nobody wants to see sensitive performances from you. We want to see you use some of your kung fu and kick some frigging ass
yeah.
and get the hell off the screen.
Well,
That's
why
it.
are people
Kane is
watching
very
my show then?
subtle.
Because,
Yeah.
all I do is help people.
All these guys who are good at this action
They
stuff,
don't
which is
like
so
to do
great,
what they're good
they're
at.
so pissed off when you're good at what you do. Don't complain. It's made you a nice piece
What do I
of.
do? What do I do?
You do a good.
What is I'm so
you
good
play
at?
a great
Wow,
villain.
what is that?
You
I
play a great villain. All right, now
Smoke cigars and kick people.
let's talk a little about your book, all right? Because that's what you're here for.
Oh,
In the book, you
yeah,
detail.
I remember that
all right.
vaguely.
And do you admit to knowing how to do kung fu in the book? Because for a while you used to tell people you didn't know how to do it because you were afraid they would start fights with you.
No, actually, what I used to say is I know nothing, and people believe that.
Right. I believed it.
How do you think you got them so convinced?
Right.
Huh?
You're a wild man. You know that, right? But you know you're a wild man, right? Or is it a put on? Is it a put on, Marina, or is he
should
wild?
talk.
He's pretty wild.
I
Is he?
think he's
He's
the real
pretty
deal.
wild.
How do you meet a David Carradine and take him seriously? How do you do it?
I actually met him like 24 years ago.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was 12 or something.
I
really?
was on the Warner Brothers lot taking acting lessons, and I wandered over to this.
By the way, I
soundstage.
got to compliment you. You got some body. I was.
Hey,
Excuse me for noticing. Woman is wearing a skin tight shirt. She's got a chest that kills. Can't take my eyes off it. What is that? A C cup? May I ask? Is that rude, Mr. Confucius? Is that rude to notice a woman?
I don't deal with letters, or
All you
numbers.
guys who have tons of women always, oh, it's offensive to ask a woman. Meanwhile, that's what you guys are looking at.
No, it's okay. You can do what you want,
I can ask. If you don't want to
Yeah.
answer, don't ask.
Yeah.
So,
It's your show.
so you meet David Carradine.
Where'd you meet him? This is the next time when
Was it a babysitting
Next
job?
time I came up to, I guest starred on the show. That was for you.
Oh, actress.
So that's where he just, that's applying for his girlfriend job.
Yeah.
No, I didn't have.
But he was
to.
married at the time,
Yes.
and he was faithful.
Oh, absolutely.
Were you
He
faithful
was?
during all your
Oh,
marriages?
absolutely.
Yeah.
You were.
I was during the marriages. I can't say that about Barbara, but then I
Right.
didn't marry
But you
her.
were very young. You didn't marry her either.
Yeah, that's a technical
Right.
difference, I suppose.
Barbara
So you
Hershey.
were completely faithful in this last marriage.
She's a nice score. Let me
Yeah,
tell
I
you something.
was.
You were faithful? Yeah, what happened in that last marriage? Come on, answer. What happened? What went wrong?
I love the woman. I'll always love the woman. I just can't live with her anymore.
Well, what was wrong?
That's a good line. I got to remember that.
Oh, shut up, you.
I love my wife. Let me just
I'll
try it
always
out.
love you, honey.
I love my wife. I'll always love my wife. And I will always love that woman. I just cannot live with her anymore. I have to live with scores, girls. I just have to.
What was so impossible to live with?
Super. Super delivery, by the way, too.
That was very
Totally
that
sincere.
was the subtlety.
You
we
are a
always
great
heard
actor.
about.
He comes from a great acting family. I love you.
I can't really answer your last question.
Yeah.
Is it really true you loved her? I mean, how can you love someone and not
leave
live with them? I love her.
I'm reading about OJ. OJ says, I love Nicole, I love my first wife, and I love Paula Barbieri.
See, I would say that.
Me,
Me, I end up living with a woman. I'm over 20 years in my marriage.
OJ's probably telling the truth in that particular instance.
Only you understand, OJ.
Well, I don't understand OJ, but I'm sure that he did love Nicole.
No, but he's saying he still loves her. He still loves his first wife.
Well, he probably
David,
does.
you're not going to start crying, are you? You're starting to water
I
up.
don't understand what's the problem with that.
So why do you leave a person you love?
Oh, he's going to start crying.
Uh-oh.
Are you?
I'm sorry.
I see tears coming up.
Well,
Hey, I don't want you bumming out, man.
It becomes too difficult.
What was she doing?
Why don't you ask her?
Where is she?
We haven't been able to find her.
How can we find? No one can find her. What did you do with her?
Yeah, she can be found. A globe found.
Let's call her. The Globe found her.
I did read that
Oh, you mean she left you? I understand. All right.
Okay, I'll give her that.
No,
Really?
she didn't say he left her.
She was.
No,
I'll give
she
her
left
that.
him.
You know that.
No, I don't understand. I'm guessing. In other words, you wouldn't have left. Uh-oh.
It's unanswerable. You know, it's unanswerable.
It's going to be in your next book. You mean you're too close to it right now to even talk about it?
No, I don't mean that. I just mean that if you're looking for somebody to trash Gail Jensen Carradine, you're talking to the wrong guy.
Nobody asked you to trash
Don't
her.
trash. I was just kind of curious what happened, man. Hey.
You know, we just saw two people who seem very much in love to us, and we're wondering where.
I don't want you and Marina
Where
to go
that
down that
ends.
same path. I'm trying to prevent
Just because
that.
you love someone doesn't, if they're not good for each other, if it's not healthy.
Really?
You're not telling me
Then-
what
then
wasn't
it's-
good.
I can't figure any of this
Yeah.
out. David's into this whole honesty
I just
thing now.
can't, man.
Really?
No.
Oh, would that be?
I think I know why.
What?
That I don't
He's got to hold on to half his money.
tell you what's going on.
You guys haven't fully divorced yet, have you?
I just assume I'll lose it all.
Really? You don't care?
Not a big deal, no.
Really?
Well, she claims you're not coming up with any cash right now.
I don't have
Hey,
any.
do you have to bring that up? Guys, the guy has financial trouble, all right?
I don't
Smart.
have any. The IRS has,
Everything.
yeah,
Why, did you have a couple of years where you didn't pay your taxes and stuff?
yeah.
Oh. Oh,
Maybe
now
she has it. I don't know.
Oh, I see.
And
You know what it is? You're an artist. You can't be busy watching your money.
artist. Oh, I'm an artist.
You're an artist.
Well, that's worth everything.
They can't take that away.
I love guys with complicated lives.
Can't take that.
My
away
life is so
from
simple.
me.
I want to have turmoil
I have
around
a simple
me.
life too.
Yeah,
and
my
I
life is so
understand.
simple. It's so boring. I want to go off.
Sure.
I want to go with
I
Marina.
noticed that.
Come on, Howard.
Yeah,
Very
baby.
simple life.
Let me tell you
So now,
something.
what did David say to
Are
you
you
on
telling
the
me
set?
you don't get girls, Howard?
No. I could get tons.
I could-
I'm totally faithful to my
It's
wife.
so easy.
Really?
Yeah.
And do you feel guilty when you're getting the girls? If you're in a marriage?
But David likes
What's
that.
I don't do that.
You
I get
do.
one girl.
Right.
I keep her
And
for
then you dump your
a
wife.
decade or so.
That's what I, yeah,
At
right.
least a decade.
So Marina's got a good another 10 years with
Read
you.
your dedication.
Let me see what you wrote in my book. David Carradine has been nice enough to give me a free copy of Endless Highway.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is not like
$25.95
this is not like an
plus
Ellen DeGeneres book. The guy actually wrote about his
He's
life.
put himself on the page.
Put himself on the page. He didn't write 3 pages or something like this. You know, Ellen DeGeneres has a chapter that's 4 pages.
Ugh.
Says, this is very beautiful, by the way.
Yes, of course.
Howard, you pig.
And you mean that?
By the way, thank you. Steal anything you want out of this.
Steal.
Yes. All of us over here on the other side love you. Your pal, David Carradine, and the Chinese symbol for yin and yang.
Ooh, okay.
Best I could do is shorten.
Very nice. Thank you. And then also an autographed picture.
Yeah. Well, it was done with a computer.
And
but
he is in some sort of grasshopper pose.
He looks like he's doing the crane.
Is that the
there.
funky chicken you're doing there? What are you doing? Is that the
It is.
crane?
That's the funky chicken. Yeah.
What are you in? Silk pajamas here?
Very
Look at
few
that.
people can
What-
even assume that position.
I can do that.
You did that.
yeah,
you'd
I'd
never
like
get
to
up.
see that.
Yeah.
Karate guys
groin
can't do
injury.
that.
I don't want to do that. What do you do with that? You're in a very odd position in this picture. It's a karate position, and you're in a crane.
It is a kung fu position.
Now, what can you
Karate
do
guys
from that?
can't even do that.
Now, what can you do from that position? Can you actually
Is that
beat someone?
after somebody
I
has
can
hit
kick
you?
your ass from that.
Rip from that position?
Yeah.
Looks like you could make a duty from this position. Look at that.
Yeah, you can do that
So you
too.
can fight and do that at the same
Yeah,
time.
you're fighting. Go to the bathroom. Come on, don't take it so seriously,
Oh, he's
man.
so serious. We're just having
Come
a
on,
little
it's the new
fun.
you.
What? Am I serious?
I don't know.
Is this serious?
I don't know, man. I never know with you. You could go off at any minute. You know what I mean? Barbara Hershey told me that.
Oh.
Now listen to me. Just everyone relax.
Now, do you talk to Barbara?
I haven't talked to Barbara in years.
Now, don't you have kids together?
One, yeah, free.
And so how do you deal with that?
Well, she sees him when he comes to the door to pick up the kid.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I don't do that. The kid is 23 years old. He comes to me.
By the way, you still love Barbara, but you just can't live with her. True?
No, I still love Barbara, but she can't live with me.
Right. Oh, all right. So in each one of your marriages. Oh, man. I tell you, it's a good book. It tells you all the ups and downs.
Yeah.
You're very honest, aren't you, in the book? And even your drug use. Now, you say you were so high on acid one time. How many hits did you take? 11, you claim in the book at one time?
Jesus.
I took 4 and I was out of my
are you
mind.
still
One
alive?
time,
Did you really take 11 hits at one time during this particular episode that we were going to talk
no,
about
I
from the
think
book?
actually the most I took at one time was 6.
Now, what were you, they say a lot of people who take a lot of drugs are in pain about something.
I never thought that acid was a drug. I thought it was, like a...
An experience.
Well, yeah.
Were you trying
like it
to
was information.
It was different.
Right.
No?
You were getting an education.
That's what I thought at the time,
I see.
yes.
Listen, how many guys named their kid Free? You had to be on acid. Ironically, Free cost him millions. Because he had children, his divorce was very expensive. Now, let me ask you this. Free was not free, true?
Why won't Barbara talk to him? What in the heck could he have done?
I don't know. What did you do to Barbara that she will? It must be in the book.
Well, she was...
She was a pain in the ass.
Oh, stop.
No, she was nothing
No.
like that. She was, the greatest thing that ever happened to me, as far as I knew at the time.
Right.
It was me that was wrong.
I mean, here's this woman. She's changing her name for you. She's doing
I heard her.
everything.
He heard her. He
I
did.
heard her.
All right. Come on, Robin.
Okay.
Jesus.
Hit a soft
She doesn't
spot,
want
I'm
to talk
sorry.
to me. I heard her.
Screw her. That's it. It's
Hey,
over.
Hey, watch it.
Hey, you're the one who wrote the book. What do you want from me?
don't blame her.
He's getting all upset. He wrote the book. You wanted to come
he's
clean about your
reliving
life,
every
and this is it. You're going to have to talk about this stuff.
I'm not interested in whether or not you like me. I just want to tell the
Come on, I like
that's
you.
all.
You know, we love you.
Yeah, sure.
Ooh, gee.
Barbara Hershey's a piece. Man, what was it like the first time you got in her pants? Jesus. Write about that. I'll read about that anytime. Did you get the Hershey Highway? Hershey's Highway.
Stop it.
What do you think of that? Come on, David. I told you I could make him mad.
Well,
It's not the new David.
Coming over
An
to
agent
Yeah.
gave her that name.
Right. It's not her real name.
No, she went for it because she thought it sounded sweet. But the name has nothing to do with it. When I saw Barbara, it was very clear that this is what I've been looking for.
So the book is filled. Let's get back to your drug experience, because obviously it's hard for you to talk about these women. Yeah, come on.
Yeah, the women he can't
Yeah, well, come on. We are. Well, this is what you're right about,
When
Carradine.
we ask you about the women, you start to cry.
You're starting to cry. I see you welling up with tears. Jesus, you can't even handle this. Why did you write this book? You can't even handle it. You're a mess. Let me talk to you about drugs. Drugs you can handle. So you took 11 hits of acid at once.
No, he said 6.
He took
6,
11.
I believe, is the most I ever took.
All right, you took the 6.
But who would remember?
And you got crazy. And you stripped off all your clothes. You know, most people get high, always are naked.
That had nothing to do with acid.
Oh, really?
What, taking off your clothes?
No, that was peyote
Oh, that was peyote.
with the Indians. The real thing.
You were home. This was a younger
I eventually was home.
You were home, and then you took off all your clothes. You got naked on the peyote, and you were so wild that you went into all of your neighbors' homes naked and turned off all their appliances?
Yeah, I thought.
What did you think at the time?
Yeah, what were you thinking? What were you doing?
I just thought that this stuff should be turned off. I don't know what I was thinking.
And weren't you afraid career-wise? I mean, here you are a big star.
I really wasn't thinking too much about.
No, because like you see, like you ran.
Was he Kane
You know-
at the time?
Yeah, he was Kwai Chang Can.
Yeah, well, the next day after having lost, I think they said 4 pints of blood, which I think is impossible.
I'm not sure you got him back.
I went and, I did a kung fu fight, with a little help.
Right.
the
So
next
you were
day.
fine. So the point is that you were the great kung fu, the star, David Carradine.
Nobody
and
ever
yet,
said it was the great kung fu.
I
was
said
All
it.
the kids did.
little bitty grasshopper.
You were great in the role.
Very
Let's be
humble.
honest. Okay, so here you are, this star, and all of a sudden you're running around the neighborhood naked on peyote, turning off appliances. I would say that's a guy who's completely out of control. True? Were you out of control? Or you don't see it that way?
Well, he's thinking now. Give him a chance.
Out of control.
Don't pick your nose and just answer the question.
I think
Come
out
on.
of control is a good way of putting it.
Right.
I don't think it tells the whole story.
Right. No, you are a more
think that,
complex person than just like
no,
some
there
guy
was
who runs around naked.
That day was an axe blow
It was a tough day for you.
An axe
What
blow
happened?
in the middle of my life. Just simply cut everything in half.
May I relate for a
And,
second?
had
In
to
my
start
book, I write
over
about my acid
from that
experience.
moment.
I had an axe blow that day
Oh,
also.
you had a little acid experience.
Oh, a
did you?
bad one. 4 hits, not 6. And
Excuse me, he's saying an axe, but what happened that day?
he was hit with an axe, obviously.
Oh, stop it.
Well, everything changed. That probably is the thing that lost me Barbara. And
What happened?
I walked around the neighborhood naked.
No. But I mean, what
through windows.
Oh, that's what. Oh, that was the bad day. After you did that, she left.
No, it took her a while, but
But that was the beginning of the end.
Yeah, I'd say.
well, it changed.
Imagine I did that. You think my
You
wife
never
would stay
looked
with
at
me?
him the same again.
No,
You can't be
changed
shocked
everything.
that a woman would be a little turned
No, it
off.
changed everything. Like,
Right.
it changed the attitude of the fans towards me and
Really?
the studios.
I never heard anything about it.
Well, of
Oh,
course
I
you didn't.
heard that, they were beginning to look askance at him, that he had trouble.
Look, you got this sweet Shaolin priest that
Right.
goes for peace
big
and
deal.
tries to educate people, and then you find out that he's walking around the street naked, busting windows, and
Jesus. You must have a big wiener if you're willing to. I don't care how high you are. I know I have absolutely zero penis. I have like a little tiny penis. I would never. I don't care how high you got me.
You couldn't get that
I would
high,
judge
huh?
by your nose and your
No.
fingers that's not true at
That's
all.
the joke. That's the joke God played on me. All the girls look at me and go, oh, look at his nose, look at his fingers. Then I pull down my pants and there's a belly button there, a second belly button. I'm hung like a pimple.
Well, I have a typical Irish thing.
So in other words, you don't mind roaming naked because you're proud of what you have in your pants. Is he
Oh,
big?
I see what you mean.
The only person who can answer is Marina.
Yeah.
She would know. Marina, is he really that big?
He's fabulous.
Is he really? Wow. Good for
He
you, my
says
friend.
It's just right. Whatever
Yeah.
the hell that means.
Well, if you want to see what's just wrong, take a look at my pants. You didn't break these windows with your penis. You broke them with your fists, your bare fists. Am I correct?
True.
You're a very powerful man. You know that. You have a lot of charisma, and you got the fists of fury. Well,
So
you mu-
now, after this axe blow day, did you straighten up or what?
no.
I
no.
changed.
He
I
changed.
changed.
And then did the executives haul you in and yell at you and stuff and say, look, man, we got a good thing going.
Fire you.
Or were you you like,
They wouldn't dare.
really? Everyone was afraid of you, weren't they?
I don't know. I really, didn't talk to them a lot. I canceled the series myself.
Right. That was not smart, right? That was not a good move.
Yeah, I think it was a good move.
You do.
I went on to a movie career.
Right.
That was
All right, okay, take it easy.
relatively brilliant.
Right.
At least for a few moments.
Yeah, well, listen, they all
And,
can't be winners.
And then I regenerated the series.
And here you are.
20 years later, something like that.
And you're not doing too bad.
That's okay.
Right. Well, David
Well, what would you say about the David in the book and the David we see now?
What?
There's
Who are
a
you,
difference?
Barbara Walters?
There's a difference.
If you were a twee.
If I were...
What? Yeah, twee. All right, listen. David Carradine has written a book. You should all read it. I'll tell you why. David Carradine, it's hard for him to talk here because he starts
But
crying.
he did put it down.
I saw you starting to cry, especially with the third wife.
He's really
I think it's
pained
your
by all these
glasses.
women.
No, it's not. He's too hard to interview. he can't handle it. He wrote it down. Did you cry while you wrote the book? Seriously, I'm being serious.
No, I just wrote it.
But you didn't cry.
No,
But you cry when you talk about the book.
want to hear this or not? Yeah.
No, I really
Okay.
don't. I'm just interested in my own
So
voice.
Tell me. Yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah, I don't care what you say.
It's true. Every time that I would read a passage from
Yes.
the book, if it was one of those passages,
You would cry.
yeah.
I understand.
The
You know what?
first time.
I masturbated during the writing of my
First
book.
time.
I swear to God I did. Go ahead.
Oh, why do you masturbate? I don't understand the
Because
point.
he's writing stupid stuff.
Because it's sexy stories, and I'm very horny. All right, so while you were writing, did you
have
take
money?
acid while you were writing?
While I was writing?
Yes.
Do you still take acid?
No.
Do you still smoke hashish?
People give me stuff like that all the time, and I'll take and put it in the corner of my wallet, and then 6 months later I say, I got a hit of acid in there. Somebody gave me. I remember that.
So are you drug-free
And
now?
it's gone.
Are you really drug-free now?
Yeah.
You are? Oh, I didn't realize that.
Well, I drink.
I was
You
going to say,
do.
you
and I
still take a
smoke,
drink
and
occasionally.
I do coffee,
Yeah. Any coke?
but I never did do that.
Oh, you didn't?
No, I experimented with it, but
Yeah, okay.
That's not doing it.
Yeah.
no, I didn't.
You're like
like
a
it.
scientist. All right.
I didn't like it.
All right, take it
He's
easy.
like those people who
I was
didn't-
just lucky.
who
I
don't
think.
listen to this
'Cause if
show,
I
they
liked
monitor
He
it.
would have finished you.
I didn't like it.
Right.
Well, listen. Hey,
Okay,
wait a minute.
listen.
Wait a minute.
What?
Okay.
Yeah.
As an acid freak, right?
All right.
Yes.
I couldn't understand. I couldn't understand why I should spend $100 for 20 minutes of a high that I couldn't really quite define.
Right.
When for $5 I could
Trip.
look at the face of God for 12 hours.
Good
I
point.
didn't understand the point.
Right.
And so I just didn't get into it.
I found that cocaine doesn't really get you. It's an undefinable high. It's very true.
And-
Acid, you definitely know you're high. You
And
know,
those
but I
women-
don't think it's a very good high.
Is this even
Those
a
women,
worthwhile
You know what? I don't know.
conversation?
Listen, David.
Those
Notice
women,
now
I
he's
thought that
got.
would get your
Now
attention.
we've
Now
got
he's
it.
not crying. All right, listen to me. The new book is called. It's an interesting book, as you can see.
He's
David
had an
Carradine
interesting
is a
life.
very interesting
Yeah.
guy. He's very complex. You can't
It's
possibly.
long, though. It's long, though.
Well, that's all right. No one wants to buy a book
You
that's
have
short.
to know how to read.
Yes, I'm going to read it. I'm going to read it. You've piqued my interest now.
How much of your life is in that book?
This is only about 15 minutes. This is only 97 drug trips and 4 marriages. The rest of there's about 8 other volumes that are going to come out. David Carradine.
What
and
do your children think of this?
how would he know?
Oh, stop.
David Carradine.
My children,
Who cares?
I
I
do.
don't think my children have read it, really.
Oh, okay.
I don't think Marina has read it.
I've read.
You haven't read it,
I've read
Marina?
Bits and
three-quarters.
pieces of
You're
it.
sleeping with the guy. You're busy with what? Taking care of David.
I know
Taking
2
care of
people
David?
that have read it from cover to cover.
Who are the 2 people?
One of them is in. Well, they're both in the book. One guy that I knew back in the beatnik days, not
Yeah.
hippie days. He read it twice.
Twice.
Well,
Because he doesn't remember that time
he's
either.
that kind of person. And then the other guy, he read it once, and I said, "Well, what'd you think of it?" And he said, "Well, problem is the book needed a champion to stand up against you
And kick your ass.
and cut it down a little bit."
Right. But you're happy with the book. You like the way it reads.
It's the way it had to be,
Right.
whatever the hell that is.
You just wrote this stream of consciousness and then put it out.
Well, there were attempts made to try to edit it, and they discovered that when they did that it kind of lost my voice.
Didn't sound like you.
And everybody finally just gave up and said, let it go out the way it is.
I understand that, actually, because they tried to edit my cybersex chapter, and I said, no, this is me. This is the way it goes. It is
Yeah,
my
well, they
particular
had-
genius.
They had one chapter
Thank
that
you.
I had an editor who was sort of sexist.
Yeah.
You see,
Yeah, I know what you mean, because all of them are homos. Not yours,
no,
but
I had a female editor
oh,
who was taking things out because they were sexist.
offensive.
As far as I'm
right.
concerned, that's sexist.
Right.
You take things out because they're sexist, you're being sexist.
I see.
And we put it
No,
all
you
back
wanted
in.
it all. You wanted
That's
it in.
who
The
I
real
am.
you.
That's you.
That's good. I'll read it now. Knowing that, I'll read it.
You'll like that chapter, Bachelor Madness.
Yeah, that's the
someone
one I
I tried
want to
to
live.
take out.
How old were you during Bachelor Madness?
35.
Oh,
30,
God
something
bless
like
you.
that.
Jesus. David Carradine, Endless Highway. Here's the book. Look at it. That's the one you got to go buy. And beautiful girl from Marina. God bless you. What do? You work out every day?
No.
No?
No.
Beautiful. Stunning. Stunning. Beautiful. Magnificent. I don't blame you for getting out of that third
Well,
marriage.
David, we'll see you again. We hope
Fourth
to see
marriage.
Marina again.
Yeah, we hope to see you, Marina. David, we know we'll see again. You, we're not sure. No offense. You're a lovely girl,
We
but
love you, but
this is not a guy
Take it
who's
to a test.
right. Hold on while you can. It's a great ride while you're having it. And one could only hope
Can
the
you
book.
really see anything out of those glasses?
No, but it's the only way I could look halfway decent. But let me tell you something. I'm tremendously jealous of you. You've spilt your seed all over the world. You've had a great
How
life.
many children do you have?
Oh, he's got tons of kids.
He's
And
got 3.
well,
For sure?
Well, that I know about.
Oh, okay.
And I got 2 grandchildren, but I think I would know about it because and
you were careful. You wore rubber. You kept it. You
no,
kept
it's
No,
not that. It's
it's
that
just that-
they would come and
They would
tell
come
me
after
about
you,
it.
right?
Yeah.
Right. Marina, God love you. Beautiful. I wish I was sleeping with you. Send us a postcard from wherever you end up if we never see you again. I'd like to hear from
We'd like
David
to keep
Carradine's
track.
other women, but I never get to see them again.
Show them the guy in the back. That's the real guy.
Yeah, who is that? That's you.
Yeah.
Oh, there you are. Yeah, look, there you are. I didn't recognize you with the cowboy hat and smoking the cigarette.
there
You
you
look terrific.
Yeah. Everybody's dream of the debauched cowboy.
Yeah, that's Satan Cowboy on the back. David Carradine, Endless Highway. Thanks, David. Always good to see you. Thanks for
All right.
coming by here, and we hope to see you again
Yeah.
soon. Marina, you know the score.
I,
All right.
I hope your show keeps running so we can do that.
Thank you, my friend. One can only pray.
It seemed like you're having a pretty wild time in there.
Wild?
Yeah.
No, I was just trying to stand up to him.
Yeah, I know what was going on. There was a little, seemed like there was a little controversy going on. Are you?
No, you just have to, if you want to talk to Howard and you don't want to be just a nudge or something, you've got to get up to his level.
And what is that?
The guy's on a very high level, and you just got to do that.
And
otherwise, it's going to be one-sided. I think that's what he likes about talking to me, that I do get up to him.
Well, that's true. You were definitely telling some good stories in there, and he was asking you a lot of questions about the book, and then he was saying how you were getting all upset. Were you really getting upset?
No, I wasn't upset. Was I upset?
No.
No, you want to see me upset? That ain't upset, man.
What'd you think of his karate? Wasn't he showing you some of his karate moves?
Well, limited space.
Yeah. What'd you
Can't
think?
show
You think you
too
could take
much.
him?
I don't think that's really an issue.
Oh, why? Is it that easy?
Well, I do it for a living.
That's true, and he doesn't. But
Yeah, people ask me, could I take Chuck Norris? Well, Chuck Norris was 5 times world champion. It's the kind of thing you don't want really to find out.
right, exactly. Once you have to.
It'd be rough on both of us, I figure.
I know, but there was a lot of like heated arguments and stuff. I heard, when you were in there, you guys sounded like you were
No, we
going
never
back
arguing.
and forth.
No.
We were just doing our game.
Just having fun.
Yeah.
That's how we both work, and that's how I work when I'm with him. If I'm with somebody else, I'll work differently.
Yeah. So, and this is your girlfriend, right? He was saying how pretty she thought.
That's Marina. Yeah.
He was saying how pretty he thought she was.
Well,
Does that make you jealous
not
at all?
entirely wrong.
Well, does that make you jealous at all?
No. I know her.
So you weren't afraid that she was going to go run off with?
With Howard? He's a happily married guy.
Right. Though he doesn't get laid much,
That's true.
according to him.
That's true. So, so you think it's hard doing this kind of show, or is it pretty easy coming in here to verbally spar with Howard?
It's a piece of cake. It's a lot easier than what I do for a living. I think he's got a sweet ride, but at the risk of being maudlin, I think that one of the reasons he has a sweet ride is because, in spite of the way he acts, when he's doing his show, that he's a very warm, loving person. I can't see any other reason why he would still have all these people, same people, with him after all these years.
That's right, yeah.
I think he's a very lucky man. But it's probably not a question of luck. He probably is just simply doing it right.
I think that's true,
I
yeah.
wish I was that smart. But on the other hand, when I do my show, I've got a big family of about,
You bet.
120 people?
Yep.
Something like that. And we're all really close. It's really a family. I mean, we would jump through rings of fire for each other. And I don't think it's that dissimilar. Except I have to tell a story when I do my show. Howard can just goof. But I think the goofing is calculated.
Yeah,
It has to keep working or we're all out of work.
that's true. Well, he definitely thought you were a great guest, so I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, he's right about that.
So I'm sure he'll want you to come back soon.
Yeah,
All right, David, thanks for coming.
all right.
All right.